Chosen one, someone tried to steal your entire life blueprint and replace it with their mediocre existence. They wanted to swap destinies with you, take your success, your abundance, your magnetic energy, your platform, your future, and give you their failures, their limitations, their spiritual bankruptcy in return. The attempt failed. The universe caught them. The backfire was devastating. Right now, your original destiny is being restored with UP trades. Your birth chart is being returned with interest. Your abundance is being multiplied as compensation. The spiritual thief who tried this is now facing consequences that will destroy them, while you're about to receive everything that was always meant for you, plus damages for what you endured. You were born for the spotlight, chosen one. Not everyone can handle the kind of attention you're meant to receive. Not everyone has the internal structure to carry the level of success that's heading your way at lightning speed. The universe doesn't make mistakes when it designs destinies, and yours was designed for triumph on a scale that's about to shock you. Your victory was supposed to be public, celebrated, witnessed by masses of people who would be inspired by your rise. Whether that's through performance, leadership, creation, or innovation doesn't matter. What matters is that your success was never meant to be small or hidden. Someone saw this. Someone noticed the light that surrounds you. They decided to take it. The person who tried this has a profile that's going to shock you when I reveal it. Their age, their mindset, their complete misunderstanding of how universal laws actually work. But first, let me show you exactly how they tried to rob you blind. Imagine your spiritual abundance as a bank account containing millions upon millions. A smart thief wouldn't withdraw the entire amount at once, because that would trigger every security system, alert every authority, and make the crime impossible to hide. Instead, they'd take $1 today, $5 tomorrow, $50 the next week, gradually increasing the amounts, but never enough to set off alarms. By the time you noticed something was wrong, significant damage would already be done. This is precisely what was happening to your destiny. Small pieces were being siphoned away, bit by bit, creating a slow leak in your abundance that was designed to eventually leave you completely empty. Here's the brilliant part about their method. Victims almost always blame themselves. When things go wrong slowly, over time people start to believe they're just unlucky, undeserving, or somehow cursed. They stop fighting for what's theirs because they begin to doubt it was ever theirs to begin with. Your energy was being harvested in microscopic amounts. Your charisma was being drained so subtly you didn't notice. Your natural magnetism was being redirected to someone else's life, while you were left wondering why nothing seemed to work the way it used to. The universe was watching this entire time, and what it did in response will absolutely amaze you. But before I reveal that, you need to understand what they were really after. None to spout fit you, money was just the surface level. Success was just the visible layer. What they truly coveted was something much more valuable, much more rare, and completely impossible to steal permanently. Your essence, your spirit, your unique energetic signature that makes you who you are. You have something that can't be taught, bought, or manufactured. You have that indefinable quality that makes people stop and pay attention when you walk into a room. You have the kind of presence that shifts energy, changes atmospheres, and creates possibilities where none existed before. This isn't about ego or vanity. This is about recognizing that you carry a frequency that's desperately needed in this world. You have a vibration that heals, inspires, and elevates everyone around you. You possess an inner light that illuminates dark places and brings hope to hopeless situations. The person trying to steal from you recognized this gift and decided they wanted it for themselves. They believed that if they could somehow capture your essence, transfer your energy, and redirect your magnetic pull, they could have your life instead of building their own. They had no idea what they were actually messing with. The universe has protection systems for people like you that are so sophisticated, so elegant, so perfect that the attempted theft actually triggered something incredible. Wait until you hear about the fresh, spirited energy they were specifically targeting. This detail is going to reveal exactly why you've been feeling drained lately. You're always evolving, chosen one, while others get stuck in patterns, trapped in outdated thinking, or frozen by fear of change. You adapt and grow with supernatural ease. You stay current, not because you follow trends, but because you have an internal navigation system that keeps you aligned with what's coming next. You dress differently, you think differently, you approach problems with solutions that others never consider. You have a youthful spirit that isn't about age, it's about maintaining wonder, curiosity, and openness to new possibilities that most people lose after childhood. This vitality is magnetic beyond belief. People are drawn to your energy because it feels alive, fresh and genuine in a world full of artificial and stagnant vibrations. You bring something new to every space you enter, every conversation you join, every project you touch. The spiritual thief wanted to bottle this essence and pour it into their own life. They wanted your smile, your optimism, your ability to see opportunity where others see obstacles. They wanted your resilience, your creativity, your inexplicable ability to make things work when everyone else gives up. But here's what they completely failed to understand about energy theft. It never works long term. And the universe's response to their attempt was so brilliant, so perfectly orchestrated, that you're going to be in awe when I reveal it. First, though, you need to know about the spirit killers and their systematic mission to destroy everything beautiful about you. And now, let us take a brief moment to honor the chosen among us. Here's to the ones who see the world differently, the silent guardians, the watchful souls, always awake, always vigilant. They don't fit the mold, and they wouldn't have it any other way. While others walk familiar paths, they forge their own, fighting unseen battles, illuminating the shadows. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. But if you feel it deep within, you'll know this is meant for you. No masks, no pretense, just truth. The Obsidian Inner Order is here, a place where kindred spirits gather to share wisdom, to connect, to transform, over 450 strong, united, not by conformity, but by purpose. If you're ready, you know where to find us. The link is in the description. If not, that's perfectly fine, because we're always here, watching over, making a difference in ways unseen. Here's to those who walk their own path, not for recognition, but because it's who they are. Here's to you. Thank you. Some people have made it their life's work to dim lights like yours. They can't create what you create, so they focus on destroying what you've built. They can't generate the kind of energy you naturally radiate, so they work tirelessly to drain it from you. These spirit killers operate by trying to reprogram your internal dialogue. They want to transform your naturally positive outlook into constant complaining. They want to shift your focus from seeing possibilities to only noticing problems. They want to replace your high-frequency thoughts with low-vibration worry, doubt, and fear. Their goal is strategic and calculated, make you walk around feeling miserable and depressed. They want to watch your smile fade, your enthusiasm diminish, and your natural optimism turn into bitter cynicism. They want to steal your dreams and replace them with nightmares about why nothing will ever work out for you. They target your speech patterns, trying to get you to complain more and celebrate less. They attack your vision, attempting to make you see obstacles instead of opportunities. They assault your hope, working to replace your faith with doubt. Here's what they didn't understand, and this is crucial. Your light isn't something that can be permanently extinguished. Your energy isn't something that can be completely drained. Your spirit isn't something that can be fully captured and transferred to someone else. And the universe's protection system for people like you is about to be revealed in a way that will leave you speechless. But first, let me show you how the universe decided to play along with their game. The most beautiful part of this entire situation is how the universe handled the attempted theft. Instead of immediately stopping the spiritual criminal, the universe decided to play along with their game in the most elegant way possible. When someone tries to steal destiny, the universe has a sense of humor about it that borders on genius. It will actually let the thief believe they're succeeding. It will allow them to see positive changes in their life, to experience unexpected windfalls, to receive opportunities that seem to come from nowhere. The thief started getting excited beyond belief. Good things were happening to them left and right, and they believed it was because their spiritual pickpocketing was working perfectly. They believed they were successfully draining your abundance and redirecting it into their own bank account. Money started flowing into their life. Opportunities started appearing. Recognition started coming their way. They were convinced their theft was working flawlessly. What they didn't realize is that the universe was actually giving them their own future blessings all at once. Instead of stealing from you, they were pulling from their own destiny, accelerating their own timeline, and consuming their own future abundance in the present moment. While they celebrated what they believed was your stolen success, your account remained completely untouched. Your tree of abundance stayed full. Your destiny remained intact. Your blessings continued to accumulate with compound interest. The universe loves irony, and this situation is the perfect example of cosmic humor at its finest. Imagine walking into a room expecting to find your birthday cake missing because someone told you they stole and destroyed it. You're prepared to be disappointed, maybe even devastated by the loss. But when you arrive, there's a surprise party waiting for you that's bigger than anything you ever imagined. There's your cake, perfectly intact, with your name written in beautiful frosting. The celebration is more elaborate than you expected. The joy is more intense than you imagined, and everyone is there to honor you. Meanwhile, the person who claimed to steal your cake is standing in the corner, realizing with horror that they destroyed their own celebration. They threw away their own joy, sabotaged their own party, and eliminated their own reasons to celebrate. This is exactly what happened with your destiny swap situation. While someone was busy trying to ruin your abundance, the universe was actually setting up your biggest victory celebration. While they were focused on taking what's yours, they were actually destroying what was theirs. Your name is still on everything that belongs to you. Your blessings are still waiting for you in a secure vault they could never access. Your success is still destined to be yours, but now it's been upgraded during the protection period. The most incredible part of this is the prodigal energy principle that just activated in your favor. This is where the real magic happens. The universe operates on principles that most people don't understand, but you're about to get a masterclass in cosmic justice. When someone tries to steal abundance through spiritual manipulation, they trigger what can be called the prodigal energy principle. Just like the story of the prodigal son, who demanded his inheritance early and wasted it all, your spiritual thief demanded their future blessings immediately. They wanted everything now, not later. They wanted to accelerate their timeline and receive tomorrow's abundance today. The universe granted their wish in the most devastating way possible. It gave them everything they would have received over the course of years, decades, or even lifetimes, all compressed into a short period of time. They received their wealth, their opportunities, their recognition, and their success all at once. But here's the crushing part. They didn't appreciate it because they believed it was stolen goods. They didn't value it because they assumed it belonged to someone else. They wasted it, squandered it, and treated it carelessly because they didn't recognize it as their own destiny being fast-tracked. They consumed prime steaks, thinking it was stolen hamburger. They threw away diamonds, believing they were fake gems. They destroyed priceless opportunities, thinking they were just borrowed time. Now they're left with absolutely nothing. They consumed their entire future in a moment of greed and spiritual theft. They have no more blessings coming, no more abundance waiting, no more opportunities in their pipeline, and you're about to discover who this person really is. Their profile is going to shock you. The person who attempted this destiny swap reveals their own spiritual immaturity through their reckless actions. They demonstrate a fundamental misunderstanding of how universal laws actually work. They show their complete ignorance of the principle that what you sow you reap with compound interest. This isn't necessarily someone young in years, but someone young in wisdom, someone who hasn't learned that trying to steal abundance creates permanent scarcity in your own life, someone who hasn't understood that attempting to dim someone else's light always results in their own eternal darkness. They don't comprehend that the universe is abundant enough for everyone to have their own success, their own recognition, their own wealth. They operate from a scarcity mindset that believes there's not enough to go around, so they have to take from others to have anything for themselves. This limited thinking is exactly what led to their complete downfall. Instead of focusing on developing their own gifts, building their own platform, and creating their own success, they wasted precious time and energy trying to steal yours. They're vibrantly fresh and spirited on the surface, but underneath, they lack the spiritual maturity to understand that energy vampirism always backfires. They have the appearance of someone who should be successful, but they lack the internal foundation to build anything lasting. And now they're about to face the consequences of playing games they didn't understand, with rules they couldn't comprehend. While this spiritual drama was playing out behind the scenes, you've been unknowingly preparing for your moment of triumph. You've been developing strength you didn't know you had. You've been building resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. You've been learning lessons that will make your eventual success even more meaningful. Your smile is coming back, and it's going to be brighter than a supernova. Your joy is returning, and it's going to be more infectious than anything you've experienced before. Your success is arriving, and it's going to be more spectacular than your wildest dreams. The money that was meant for you is still coming, but now there's interest added. The recognition that has your name on it is still being prepared, but now it's being amplified. The opportunities that were designed for you are still being orchestrated behind the scenes, but now there's an added element: poetic justice. Not only are you getting everything that was always meant for you, but you're getting it while your spiritual thief faces the consequences of their actions in real time, and the work hard, play harder phase that's about to begin will redefine what's possible in your life. Your life is about to enter a phase where effort and enjoyment perfectly balance each other in ways that will amaze everyone watching. You're going to work harder than you ever have before, but you're also going to enjoy the fruits of your labor more than you ever imagined possible. Things that were taken from you without your knowledge are being returned with compound interest. Opportunities that were blocked are being cleared and accelerated beyond their original timeline. Energy that was drained is being restored and amplified to levels that will shock you. You're going to smile more in the coming period than you have in years combined. Not just because good things are happening, but because you're finally getting what was always meant for you. Not just because you're succeeding, but because justice is being served in the most beautiful way possible. Your energy is returning stronger than it was originally programmed to be. Your charisma is being amplified beyond its initial settings. Your magnetic presence is being enhanced to attract even bigger opportunities, better relationships, and more abundant experiences than were in your original blueprint. Money is going to flow into your life with such ease that you'll wonder if you're living in a dream. Recognition is going to come from directions you never expected. Opportunities are going to present themselves faster than you can process them. But the most satisfying part of this is watching what happens to the person who tried to rob you. The person who tried to drain your life force is now experiencing their own spiritual bankruptcy in the most devastating way possible. They're dealing with the emptiness that comes from consuming your own future all at once. They're facing the consequences of trying to steal instead of create, take instead of build, manipulate instead of manifest. They're learning that energy vampirism always backfires with compound interest. You can't permanently steal someone else's light without extinguishing your own forever. You can't drain someone else's abundance without creating permanent scarcity in your own life. You can't redirect someone else's destiny without destroying your own completely. The universe has a way of balancing these scales that's both elegant and absolutely devastating. The spiritual thief is now experiencing every empty feeling they tried to create in your life multiplied by 10. They're living with every shortage they attempted to manufacture for you, but permanent. They're facing every obstacle they tried to place in your path, but with no way around them. They wasted their entire future trying to steal yours, and now they have nothing left to work with. They consumed their lifetime supply of blessings in a few moments of greed, and now they're spiritually bankrupt with no way to recover. Meanwhile, you're about to collect prizes you didn't even know you were competing for. Trumpebetchen, the spiritual manipulation that was attempted against you was always a game that couldn't be won. The person who tried to steal your destiny was playing with rules they didn't understand, using strategies that were guaranteed to backfire, pursuing outcomes that were impossible to achieve. They played games with universal laws that don't bend for anyone, ever. They gambled with spiritual principles that always enforce their own justice with mathematical precision. They bet against forces that never lose and always collect what's owed with interest. The prize they've won for their efforts is the exact opposite of what they were seeking. but amplified beyond their worst nightmares. Instead of your abundance, they have their own permanent scarcity. Instead of your success, they have their own complete failure. Instead of your bright future, they have their own eternal darkness. They played stupid games and won the most spectacular stupid prize in spiritual history, the complete consumption of their own destiny, while their intended victims' blessings multiply exponentially. Meanwhile, you're about to win games you didn't realize you were playing. You're going to receive rewards that exceed anything you originally thought possible. You're going to collect prizes that will make everyone who witnesses your rise believe in cosmic justice again. Chosen one, the attempted destiny swap has failed so completely that it's become a cautionary tale in spiritual realms. The spiritual theft has been reversed so entirely that you're actually better off than if it had never been attempted. The energy vampire has been drained of their own life force while yours has been restored and amplified beyond its original capacity. You're about to experience a level of success that will make everything you've been through not just worth it, but necessary for your growth. You're going to shine brighter than you ever have before. You're going to attract opportunities that seem too good to be true, but are actually just the beginning of what's meant for you. Your original destiny is being returned to you, but it's been upgraded during the time it was being protected in the cosmic vault. Your birth chart is being restored, but it's been enhanced with additional blessings you've earned through surviving what you've survived with grace and strength. The universe has been preparing something special for you while this spiritual drama was playing out behind the scenes. Your moment of triumph is arriving like a freight train loaded with blessings, and it's going to be witnessed by everyone who needs to see that justice always prevails, light always conquers darkness, and chosen ones always rise to their destined position. Your victory is no longer just personal, it's become a demonstration of divine justice that will inspire everyone who witnesses it. Your success is no longer just individual, it's become proof that the universe protects those who are meant to shine. Everything that was meant for you is still meant for you, but now there's more. Everything that has your name on it is still waiting for you, but the packages have been upgraded. Everything that was written in your destiny is still going to manifest in your reality, but the timeline has been accelerated. But now there's an added layer of sweetness to your success, because you know beyond doubt that it's truly yours. There's an additional depth to your joy, because you understand how close someone came to stealing it. There's an extra brightness to your light, because you've seen how desperately others wanted to dim it. Your rise isn't just beginning, it's accelerating beyond anything that was originally planned. Your abundance isn't just returning, it's multiplying as compensation for what you endured. Your platform isn't just being restored, it's being elevated to reach more people than ever before. The spiritual battle is over, and you've won without even knowing you were fighting. The destiny swap has failed so spectacularly that your thief is now a cautionary tale. The energy theft has backfired so completely that your power has been returned amplified beyond imagination. Chosen one, your time is now. Your moment has arrived with the force of accumulated blessings. Your destiny is calling your name with the voice of cosmic thunder, and this time no one can answer but you. The universe has been saving the best for last, and you're about to discover what that means in ways that will redefine what's possible in your life forever.